Hi, this video is the demonstration of the FUE donor scar. FUE is follicular unit extraction. That means harvest one root at a time. And this is a manual FUE scar. And you see my scar. It's tiny dots. It's there, but it's hard to see. With the strip method, you have a tiny line of scar. And I try to present as many examples as I can for the FUE scar and the FUT scar. And this is the example of the FUE. The FUE scar, the benefit are the FUE benefit are less visible scar, less invasive, less painful, and faster healing as compared to the strip method. So the FUE allows you to wear your hair long or short without much detectability. But the downside of FUE are it's more expensive than the strip method. The number of grafts we can harvest less. We can only harvest 25 to 3,000 grafts per day. Although there are days I can go beyond 25 or beyond 3,000. I've done 35 to even up to 4,000, but it's very rare. But then there are days where we cannot guarantee you the number. There are days where the FUE is so hard that I cannot harvest more than 2,000, sometimes even less. So that's the downside of the FUE, whereas we cannot really guarantee the number as much as the strip method. So the FUE is more expensive, the number of grafts we can do is less. And in terms of growth rate, now, I'm going to put it, if you follow my work, you know that my work is very consistent, that where the FUE or FUT, you can have fantastic density. However, if you compare my FUE to my FUT, the FUE is 5 to 20%, up to 25% max. It varies though. I mean, it's kind of small, but again, in the past, I would say 5 to 10. But more and more nowadays, you can see we have collected more data, and it's been over 15 years. So you can see the variation. I mean, on average, it's around 5 to 10% less than the strip method. However, there are patients where it's more than 5%. It could be up to 25. But you can have good results with both, okay? The FUE or FUT. But this is the downside. Now, on the other hand, the FUT or the strip method, the downside is linear scar. It's more visible. You cannot wear your hair short. More invasive, more painful, and more chance of infection. However, and the healing is a little bit longer. It's not much. It's 1 or 2 days. But the benefit of FUT or FUSS or the strip method is a lot cheaper because less labor. The number of grafts we can do is more than the FUE. The FUE do 25 to 3,000, where the strip you can go 4,000 to 6,000. The strip, because the fact that we're cutting and suturing is not dependent on the angle or how hard it is, they have higher probability of reaching the goal more. So higher chance of, guarantee, not real 100% guarantee, but high chance of reaching your goal of harvesting the number of grafts we intended to do on the strip method versus the FUE. So thus the advanced hair loss, most people opt for the strip method, where the FUE is better for mild to moderate hair loss. You can do FUE and advanced hair loss, but you're gonna need 2 or 3. So it's gonna end up cost a lot of money and time. So the strip method is cheaper, you can grow more hair, and you can harvest bigger number of grafts. But this is the demonstration of the FUE scar. And again, both FUE and FUT produce scar, but the FUE scar is less visible. I perform both FUE and FUT, but and you can have good result both. Okay, so this is the demonstration of the FUE donor scar. Result vary from one individual to another.